Redeeming. I don't know if I'm gonna say that again. That's gonna be the intro. Whatever. All right, let's get back to let's get on the topic here. All right, so we're just gonna go straight into the topic as I clickbait you. So whatever, new clickbait, whatever the nicknames you want to say, new yap, new clickbait, whatever. I know you guys only watched the first minute, so I'm just gonna get straight to the point. So recent news and comic book news. Netflix CEO said he admits that he basically just no, I'm going to tongue tied. I'm not doing another take. We're continuing on. All right. So Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos recently, he said this recently to the U.S. Senate that he will allow the theatrical movies of Warner Brothers to be in theaters for 45 days, even though I'm paraphrasing here, guys. He said that Superman, which flopped in the box office, had 35 days, and that's why it had to go quickly to digital. And so when he said that Superman flopped, does that necessarily mean it's true? Well, I mean the budget was around 300 and a little over 300 million, and Superman made 500 million. So did it really flop? No, not really. I mean they're getting an immediate sequel to Superman, so I don't think it flopped. Honestly, him saying that to the Senate is basically a way of him saying that he wants to have less time. He wants the movies to be in theaters in less time. He wants them to be, because I heard a rumor that Netflix was trying to get the movies in theaters for 18 days, but unfortunately that failed, and now it's going to be 45 days. Doubling, not even doubling, way more than what he said. You guys are gonna call me like he doesn't know math. It's 4 times more. Okay, no, yeah, 3 times more. My bad. All right, 3 times more. My bad, guys. My bad. My bad. Okay. I know math. Leave me alone. So yeah, it's gonna be 3 times more than what Netflix originally. Oh, I think 3 times more. Netflix originally asked for 18 days, but I thought it was 15, but it's 18. But whatever. So yeah, and he said that it flopped just so he can have an argument, just as he can say that hey, it didn't really do that good. So, why do I have to make it like longer? I mean, basically, he agreed to it, so it's gonna be 45 days. That's why Supergirl has to do well, because if Supergirl doesn't do well, then it will probably let Netflix have an excuse to shorten the length, the time that these movies get to stay in theaters. And also, everyone who's also a fan of superhero movies, and I'm not just saying like because I'm a DC fan, but if you're a Marvel fan or just a fan in movies in general, you guys have to support um you guys have to support movie theaters, not just all movies that come to theaters, but also support Supergirl, because it has to be a message sent to all these companies that, yes, I say all these companies, I'm gonna get back to that later, that people want to watch these movies in theaters and they don't want just a straight to digital release. And if Netflix wins in this whole lack of this whole not getting as much money in sales in theaters, then what do you think Disney's gonna do? They're gonna see that, and then if Netflix cuts their time and puts only in theaters for like 15 days or 18 days, then Disney will do that, and then they're gonna find a way to shorten their time in movie theaters and say, well, the audience wants to watch everything digital, so we're gonna make it mostly digital and spend less time in the theatrics. Then studios are endorsed by Paramount will do the same thing, and then so on and so on. It will be a chain reaction to the point where we won't have theaters. We won't be able to go enjoy watching movie theaters. I mean, we already don't have DVDs. We don't have any physical copy of anything anymore because of the rise of digital, and it's making it hard for people to own anything now. So I think we need to support this movie and all movies that come straight to these theaters. So this way we can have some sort of freedom. It's not freedom, but some sort of control. Because this is getting ridiculous, man. Literally, they really didn't want to put this. They really want to shorten the time it's in theaters just so they can get it into like their thing, their app. It's probably gonna make less money. Like they did that to the new Avatar. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a new Avatar animated movie, which was in theory, not in theory, but it was told that it was initially gonna be released in theaters, but Paramount said, No. We're gonna make it digital. And if it's going straight to digital, so to get people to watch, to subscribe to Paramount, uh, uh guys, you know, I don't want to say it because I'm not going to out myself, but you know, you know, if it goes straight to Paramount and they say you have to get a Paramount account, I mean, there's nothing to be said. But moving on. I got my means to watching it. Now, am I going to subscribe to Paramount? I don't know. But again, let's continue moving on. Moving on. All right. 3 minutes. Damn. Not, seriously. I'm okay. I'm going to have to put some stuff in. So, everyone knows that it's Black History Month. And I remembered one year when I did that Black History Month video. I said I was going to make this whole month about Black history. I failed dramatically. I didn't do any of that. I actually posted one Black History video, which is actually my favorite video I ever made. You guys should watch it. You're gonna know more about Black Wall Street. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite videos I ever made. But this, and since I'm doing a different transitioning and a different route for this channel, since I've realized off the views what you people all love here, you guys like to hear me yap about comics and anime and other dorky stuff like comics and anime, superhero stuff, manga, manhwas. I read manhwas. Maybe if you've ever seen my Lookism review. I want to make this something about like black superheroes. Yeah, black heroes. I want to make this something like that. And that's what I want to talk about this Black history. I want to shout out some black superheroes. It's going to be a very short history about some of these black superheroes. There might be some mainstream. There might be no mainstream. Have I read their comics? I'm just going to be honest with you. A majority of them probably never read. But probably am going to read in the future. But I just want to make this a black history superhero because honestly, all you guys know, because when I talk about black superheroes, everyone knows. They know Static. They know Cyborg. They know Black Panther. They know Miles Morales. And that's it. Oh, wait, now you guys are starting to Mr. Terrific because of Superman. But you know what's another good hero that is in the Superman mythos? A hero that doesn't really get a lot of screen time, never talk about. And his name is Steel. Steel, also known as John Henry Irons. Steel is a black superhero who is in the Superman mythos. He's a part of the Soup family or Soup group. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, he's in that group. So he is I'm just going to describe him. Well, obviously you can see the picture, so you obviously know who he is. So John Henry Iron, aka Steel, is a black scientist who's specialized in genetics, electrical engineering and mechanics. He was John Henry Iron, and yes, I know the joke. He's named after that one guy with the hammer. That's the whole myth. That's the whole joke. That's the whole Steel. I'm talking about the guy who raced like the machine, and then he beat the machine with the hammer, and he won, but then he died at the end. Like the train thing, which is going to be a future of today as humans against AI, which I think humans can still win. I'm going to get back on point. So John Henry Irons is an electrical engineer, and he was a genius, man. A genius. And this is all going to be a synopsis, going to be short. And he took in the identity of Steel because after, the death of Doomsday, after the death of Superman, when he fought Doomsday, John Henry Irons was galvanized by Superman and Superman's heroic and his influence, and he decided to create his own robotic suit to make himself a man of steel. And he also put like the Superman logo on it, and he went up to save crime. I know this is kind of a bad explanation of him, but I trust me, it's cool. He has a hammer. He's like covered in like armor, kind of like for any of you people who watch like not TV, who are casuals. Iron Man. It's kind of like that, but he has like a metal hammer, and it helps increase his super strength and speed. And he also has the hammer that gives him power. And again, he has the Superman S on his chest because he's a man of steel. like Superman's nickname, Man of Steel. He was indoctrinated by Superman's heroic, and then he decided to have the S on his logo because he's also a Man of Steel, and how influential Superman was to him, and how it helped him become to overcome and fight. Cool guy, superhero. There's not a lot about him. I don't think he has his own solo series. He probably does, but I probably didn't even know. Again, I've never. He's one of those dudes that's very underrated because I always see everyone talk about Cyborg. But it's like, Superman has steel, and he should be. I think if they're ever gonna do another Superman movie, maybe not this one with Brainiac, but another Superman movie, they should introduce Steel. I mean, they did that in that Superman and Lois show. He was in there. But yeah, Steel's a very cool character, cool black character. No one really talks about him. Um, for any people who want to be like a black Iron Man, you should just be Steel or the other guy. I'm not gonna spoil that. Or he can be Steel. Steel's a cool guy. He got the Superman logo. He's a genius. He's good at electromechanics. Fights crime, and he has a hammer. And he's based off the American folklore of that one guy with the hammer who beat the train. In the whole, can you dig a hole through like the rocks? That black guy who was supposed to be super strong and great because black men are super strong and great in society, and we get disrespected. Uh, sorry. Just kind of got a little tangent. Black men are amazing, but okay. But yes. Let's continue on though. Yeah. So guys should steal. I know this is not a very good one. My next one will be better. I promise you, I'm gonna do more research on my next one. Another black superhero, all right? Okay, someone that I like, someone I know a lot about, and I'm gonna talk about more in depth. Okay. And what time is it? What time is this? What time is it? 11 minutes. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. Thank you guys for all watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. That sounds so corny. I got one subscriber from the last video, but thank you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy this new shift of becoming more anime, manga, American comics, manhwa, movies, TV shows kind of like thing. Hope you guys enjoy this little shift, and it seems to be what you guys like. So yeah, ciao.